Thailand's cellular IoT revenue will reach $81 million by 2030, revealing a widening gap between connection volumes and monetization. To break down what this data means for operators, Pradeepthi Kantipudi of Global Data joins us on the program. Hi, Pradeepthi. So, what does slow revenue growth against fast subscription growth reveal about monetization?
That's a great question. And it's actually a pattern we are seeing not just in Thailand, but across in fast developing IoT markets. In Thailand, we are witnessing a surge in the deployment of IoT devices, everything from smart meters to asset trackers and industrial sensors. This is generating impressive subscription growth as most businesses begin adopting connected solutions. But many of these devices consume only small amounts of data, so the incremental revenue per device tends to be quite low. That's why, while the connection numbers are increasing, the overall service revenue isn't growing at the same rate. This is an important signal for telecom operators is that the real monetization opportunity lies in moving beyond connectivity to provide additional and higher value added services. This might include things like device lifecycle management, advanced cybersecurity features, robust data analytics, or industry specific applications. If operators can help their clients derive meaningful insights and business value from the data generated by all these IoT devices, they can open up new revenue generating streams. So, in summary, this subscription versus revenue gap highlights a need for operators to evolve their role from connectivity providers to broader digital service partners, really enabling enterprises to unlock value from their IoT investment.
Pradeepthi, can operators move up the value chain fast enough to close that gap?
Absolutely. And in fact, we are already seeing promising steps in the right direction within Thailand's telecom sector. The rollout of 5G has been a game changer. It now covers majority of the population, providing a strong foundation for advanced enterprise services. Let me give you some of the examples. Major mobile operators such as AIS, which is already offering solutions for vehicle tracking, video analytics, smart mobility, and telematics. While Bluecom, the other mobile operator, is expanding its 5G footprint around IoT services in industrial zones and business districts to support enterprise applications. What's happening is operators are forming deeper partnerships with technology providers, device makers, and even government agencies. This collaborative approach lets them deliver much more integrated end-to-end solutions rather than just selling a SIM card or a data plan. Of course, moving up the value chain is a journey, and there are still challenges to address like adapting pricing models and navigating evolving customer expectations. But the foundations are strong and momentum is definitely building. High-end operators are well positioned to close the monetization gap as they continue to invest in the ecosystem and take their offerings beyond basic connectivity.
And what will smart city expansion mean for the role of private operators in public infrastructure?
The growth of smart city initiatives in Thailand is set to redefine the role of telecom operators in a major way. Traditionally, operators have been seen primarily as infrastructure providers, responsible for delivering network connectivity. But now, as cities become smarter, operators are stepping into more strategic roles as partners and enablers of digital public services. For example, Thailand's 5G ambulance program. In this case, advanced connectivity allows ambulances to transmit real-time patient data to hospitals before the patient even arrives. This allows for better preparation and more effective emergency care. This gives a powerful demonstration of how telecom infrastructure can deliver tangible public value, not just network coverage. Beyond healthcare, telecom operators are also playing a key role in supporting smart traffic management, optimizing energy and utility systems, improving public safety through video surveillance and alert systems. As smart city projects expand, we'll see a greater level of collaboration between operators, government agencies, technology providers, and local communities. This creates a long-term opportunities for telecom operators while also helping cities become more efficient, sustainable, and citizen-centric. Thus, Thailand IoT opportunity is no longer about adding connections. It's about translating digital infrastructure into measurable business and societal outcomes.
Pradeepthi, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts with us.
Thank you, Paulo. Thank you so much.
Again, that was Pradeepthi Kantipudi, Associate Project Manager for Telecom Market Data and Intelligence at Global Data. For more news, visit asiantelecom.com.